stream title. Let's open this up. Checking out Prosperous. This is sponsored content for the next hour here, chat. We're checking out a browser-based space econ simulator called Prosperous. It's free to play. We're gonna be looking at it together right now. So we are going to create a corporation together here. So let's do it. All right. I'm not sure how much of the reading I'm going to do for this. I'm going to start by pretty much reading everything out loud for you guys, and then we'll figure it out. It depends how much text there is throughout the course of the game and how much of this I can handle. All Apex member factions pay into a universal fund to support the establishment of new businesses throughout the new systems. The starter package program allows entrepreneurs like yourself to request initial funds and experts to get your start set up off the ground. Please select your desired starter package below. Important, you can venture into any industry you like later on. What you select here just determines your initial stock of goods and currency. So I think we'll probably just go victualers are the heart of the food industry. The profession revolves around extracting water, producing ingredients, and turning it into edibles for their own and other workforces. Without victualers, all other... I'm not going to play this one because I can't pronounce the name. Let's go to the next one. All right. So we're going to play this. This is the Carbon Farmer package, starting with these materials here. Let's take a look at our starting location. All right. Your starting location determines where the ships of your starting fleet will be manufactured and provisioned. Generally, this will be on a system that is deemed viable for new entrepreneurs, and we suggested you look at these systems closely when deciding where to set up your first base. Does this tell us anything about why we might want this particular location? I mean, I see there's a bunch of things on this planet. Type planet, location Moria, soil fertility. I bet you that's a strong one if we're trying to grow carbon plants. So let's look for a higher fertility planet. Has atmospheric, water and liquid, nitrogen atmosphere. This looks good for us. Infrastructure has a warehouse, a planetary administrative center, a local market, population infrastructure, and chamber of global commerce. This sounds good, right? Like habitable, decent soil fertility. Not a lot of available plots though. That might be a problem. I wonder how many plots we'll get to. Take a look at this. Company details. Your company represents your personal business. Yep. All right. Company code. Slave labor. Oops. Free carbon workers. Company code. Scam. All right. Oh, company code not free. All right. Yeah, I think let's try this one. This seems like the nice mix for me. All right. And quick warner, the game's in early access. That's fine. Oh, I can't use that company code apparently. Filthy Carbon. Company code. Dude, scam is so perfect. All right, scam it is. All right, starting location here. Company details. All right, let's go. Got a little worried there. About to dive into a dynamic, universe-spanning economy where you manage your own startup company. No worries, though. Take a quick tour of the powerful Apex interface. You'll be building, negotiating, trading in no time.
All right, tiles and screen. This is a tile. So the tile shows information about starting. You choose to hover over the information icon for more information. Multiple tiles make up the screen. Apex can design your own screen layouts. Sure. You change the tile size by dragging the edges. All right.
All right. Building a base on a planet requires the building materials for core module, the heart of your base, as well as environmental specific additions. These resources need to be brought to the planet with one of your ships. You can choose a location for your base by clicking on a free plot on the map below, or click random plot to assign a random plot. All right, it's gonna take MCG, mineral construction granulates, and a core module kit, which we have. We have 2 base permits allowed to our company, and we're only allowed 1 base per on this particular planet. So we have plenty, so everything works out here. We have not over any of these limits on the surface. I assume, can we rotate the planet? Hint, right click and drag to rotate, okay. I'm gonna guess that we want it on land as opposed to in the water. Although maybe we could do some sort of like floating growth platforms would be kind of cool. So maybe we take this spot. How do I see what this particular plot has, this particular planet plot has? What if we just, let's try this spot. Let's screw it up and we can always restart if we need to. Build base. Okay, now that you've built the base, it's time to set up and get your production running. Either click the view base icon or the BS on the left bar right there, okay? On the base tile, use the inventory button to open a buffer with your base's storage. It will be empty initially as the necessary building materials are still in the cargo hold of your ship. So open those inventories by clicking the cargo buttons of the fleet ships. The fleet tile. Fleet's over here. Okay. Now drag everything from your ships to your base. All right, so we built our thing. Our base. All right, I want to view the base, obviously. Let's go take a look at our fleet. Where's the inventory? Is here for our base. The fleet was there. How do I get this up? Base construction, buffer 3. Let's close some of these out. Buffer 5 is inventory. This says our base here on this location. Bitcoin trading stream? Not quite, not quite. All right. So let's close these out for a second. We can open these in a minute. I want to find our ships. So there's our fleet. There's our cargo. Where exactly is our cargo? Both of these are in orbit. Do we have 2 ships? Transponder AVI 00 VOC and VOD. Ship's unnamed, but we can name it. All right, let's name it Ship 1 and Ship 2. Okay. Name this one Ship 2. Presumably actually spelling ship right. Cool. All right. So our ships are named. Can we move this down just a little? Yeah, good. All right, only have 2 ships to start with. And we want to move stuff from our ship's cargo to our base. So what is in the actual cargo? Can I see? Yeah, I can right there. So there's our mineral construction granulates, which we're going to use to build stuff. So we'll get that down here. And that comes to our base. Change permits. Permits 1 of 3. Unused area 25 of 50. I wanted to see the plot of this, but there's our base. Where's the actual inventory of base? Here. Okay. So can we move this into here then? Yeah. And this is, oh, I see. So this is 110, 100 all in half. Let's move it all in. Okay. Once you transferred all your construction buildings to your base, it's time to start building. We'll come back to that in just a second. That's number 13, I think. So let's get the rest of our stuff out of our ships. Basic structural elements. Do you think these are part of the ship or part of our... I'm going to assume these are part of the ship. Okay. Let's get our second ship worth of inventory down there as well. Where are my fleets? That was the first ship. Where are my actual ships again? I lost it. Transmissions. Audio. Oh, I'm on audio again. Where was the actual fleet? So that's our transmissions. Mark all as red. No, I don't want to mark all as red. There's a lot of information going on here. There's my fleet. Nope. Crap, we lost the other ship, chat. There it is. Okay. So we want to take this ship, check its cargo. Yeah, this ship's got our plants. Hydrocarbon plants. And we want to open our base again, which was here. View base. Open the inventory for our base. All right, let's drag these down. Okay. All right. Drinking water and basic rations. We'll leave those on the ship for now. Okay. So I'm going to keep working through this tutorial. Very complicated interfaces like this really benefit from tutorials. Looks like there's a lot of tutorials here. Good. All right, once you've transferred all your construction materials to your base, it's time to start building. To construct buildings, open your base management tile. Not yet open, then click the construct button. Okay. The construct button, you say? No. Maybe I have to view here and then go to construct. That seems more likely. Okay. All right. Once we have that open, different sets of recommended buildings for every starting profile. Recommendation for carbon farmer. The starting profile we chose is as follows: HB1, farm, INC. And what is this? Recommended buildings. Okay. So habitat 1, habitat. I don't know why habitat 1 would be in there twice. I assume that's habitat. HB1, pioneer habitation. Yeah, it definitely is. HB2, settler habitation. It's probably HB1, HB2. And then what's FRM stand for? Don't know. Infrastructure, resources, pioneers, settlers, technicians. Okay. Seems a bit like DF. What's DF? All right. Current workforce, we've got 200 pioneers. I want to build some stuff. Oh, Dwarf Fortress? I haven't played Dwarf Fortress. I like the idea of a game in just a browser menu because you can play from wherever. But I haven't played a lot, to be honest. Greatest game ever created. Well, that's good. All right, so what do we do from here? So we want to build settler habitation. All right, I guess I should keep following the tips here. What does it tell me? They recommend these. In any case, you can start with the Pioneer Habitation module. We're missing these things. I think these are things we left on the ship that I wasn't sure if was part of the ship or not. So let's go take back to our ships and grab these. I'm gonna leave this open and then go back to our fleet, which was where? We may have closed our fleet. FLT, I think, for fleet. Yeah. All right. So, nope, I don't want the location. I want the ship. And I want the inventory of the ship, the cargo here. Yeah, look, so these things we left up here, I assumed were, these were all in our cargo holds, not part of the ship. So we're just gonna move these down to the base here and into the inventory of our base here. Okay. And we're gonna do that from the other ship as well. So basically arrive on planet, unload our cargo. Seems good. Okay. All right. Not worry about the ships anymore. Let's try to build our first building, which was building construction. We're gonna do that in a second. Where's this menu? Oops. Pioneer habitation, this one. All right, so I wanna build this. Okay, click to dismiss. We've built our first pioneering habitation. All right, what have you got for me, menus? Okay. And where were my helpful? Okay. Not that one, obviously. Where did we actually go with this? So we built our first building. And we're missing materials for anything else. So presumably we're gonna have to go harvesting something before we get a chance to do anything else. And I wanna look at our base. All right, current workforce is 200. Our capacity is only 100. We have 200 pioneers, 0 settlers, 0 technicians. Oh my goodness. There's gonna be some things we can micromanage in here, huh? All right, where? I'd like to continue through this. So where was the rest of this? All right, fleets exchanges. It's a public channel, but I'm not gonna go with that quite yet. Can create new buffers if we want them. All right, there's the inventory, which we've done, great. And what is this one? There it goes, okay. Built our first one, which we've done. All right. Now what? Base here. All right, I want to see like the layout. View base. And that's what we built. What can I do with it? The type and amount of workforce required to run this building's production at maximum efficiency. Workers instantly available upon construction are shown in brackets for next week. Next weekly worker redistribution, the full amount required will automatically be requested and recruited if your base is possible. All right. We can't build a collector. We're missing BSEs. Can I buy these things? We can build a basic materials plant, which seems like it's going to be relevant. These are the things that can be built by our pioneers here. We need BSEs, which are basic structural elements. I see, and these are what costs to build these? Okay. So let's grab, and how many do we need? We need 16, we have 14. So we could build some of these. Basic materials, plants, farmstead, edible consumables, an incinerator, prefabricated plant makers, and a welding plant. All right, so where do we want to build first? I feel like I closed the tutorial just slightly too quickly. Okay. So I mean, we could build any of these. It's not like we could just go our own way and see what happens, I suppose. But I was enjoying being walked through, being handheld a little bit to get things up and running. But let's say we have this. We have pioneers, and we have stuff the pioneers can build. There's nothing else that can be built because we're just missing the types of things they build, right? So presumably we need to get a basic materials plant. That makes sense to me. Let's build one of these. All right. Successfully created the first production building. Time to set up a production order. Use the production button in your base management tile to open the base management tile production tile, okay, up here, to open the overview of your production lines. The new order allow you to choose from a list of recipes. Keep in mind you need to have enough housing for your workshop. Also make sure they always have consumables for your workshops in store. Well, we'll deal with that in a minute. What's the new order we're going to build here? So that's the start producing. This is the production order that we've just opened. Basic material plant. Okay. We're at 79% efficiency for pioneers. 87% overall efficiency. Product filter. All right, where's my base inventory right now? So we have 271 granulates. Are granulates needed in everything? Kind of looks like they are. This is what we built already. I didn't want to look at buildings, although I did click buildings. Looking at production, right? So what are we going to need to build our next round of buildings, and what else do we want early? Built one of these. Edible consumables seem useful, so we're probably going to need one of these. We're going to need a food processor. What is a BDE? Basic deck element. Can we make basic deck elements? Is the only thing missing from a food processor. It feels like we're probably going to have to feed our people. Let's find out. So if we go new order. Get a little overwhelmed with the menus. Let's close out a couple so it's not quite as overwhelming. All right. New order here. There's the queue order. What have we chosen to build here? Production template. Basic overalls. Aluminum. Exoskeleton work suits. I really want to build that. Can I build something else? All production lines. I see. I only have the one though, because we just started the base. Local production lines, queue. Order size. Where are you seeing the drop-down menu, Masterwork? Here. Nice. All right. And what did we do? You know what I've done in the meantime, chat? I've forgotten what the hell we were building. All right. What were we building? Oh, no. We're going to... it was a like food processor, right? Not available on this drop-down. Power tools, padded work, safety outfit, mineral construction granulate. We know we're gonna need that stuff. If I close that and open this again, do I get the drop down again? Yeah, okay. Production template. So if we want to make exoskeleton work suits, we do this. If we want to make iodine, we do this. Magnesium. We needed MGEs for that, right? So, okay, so this is like individual processing stuff as opposed to the buildings. Okay, I see. So this is the basic materials plants builds, clearly, basic materials. What else did we need for the... we wanted another production site, right? No, we had this. But we wanted to build a food processor. So what we actually need to do is build this. We need basic deck elements. That's what we're looking for. So let's go look for basic deck elements out of the production. New order. Drop down menu. Production template. Basic deck element. BDE. No. Can't build them from this site, I guess. All right. And is that because we need like a prefab plant? Prefab's necessary to construct buildings. And what is a BDE? Durable plastic floor plating for both buildings and spaceships, easily printable. It's a construction prefab. Production is polymer granulates prefab plant Mark II in 6 hours. Yeah, but what if we don't have any of it? So if we don't currently have any, and the thing we need to build it is, we can build it a couple different ways, it looks like. We need a prefab plant. How do we get a prefab plant Mark I? It's definitely going to be a building. Gotta use this building, can't build anything else? Maybe. Followed commands for building that, sure. Basic materials plant. Well, we have a basic materials plant. Core module, pioneer habitation, basic materials plant. So maybe we just need to use the basic materials plant, which I thought was what we were doing. Yeah, it is. But it doesn't feel like we have access to building the things we need to do for that. This is using the same stuff, but we don't need to build office supplies when we have no reason to build office supplies yet. And this creates polyethylene from carbon and hydrogen, which we could fire off to make a bunch. And what's C? Polysulfite sealant. Okay, it's quite a complicated list of things we could be building. Now, the problem I have right now is, what should we be building right now? Like, what do we want to build? I assume we would settle the base and start building the production buildings to build the things that we need to produce. But we built the location where our people can stay, and now what? Good question. I guess we're going to start some stuff with the assumption that we'll figure that part out later, and getting some of our stuff producing already would be good. So maybe we'll start there instead. All right, so let's build. I mean, it just feels like the first thing, I guess exoskeleton worksuit for harvesting stuff outside the base seems reasonable. So I don't mind putting that in the queue, I guess. Hit the buildings. Yeah, that's what we saw. We got to there. We know how to place the order. Can we buy things here? So is there like a local market? There might be a local market. Let's see if there's a local market. Because we were in a somewhat somewhat inhabited area, right? So maybe there'll be something for that. What is this? Commands, production, universe map, inventories. There's our fleet, financial overview, more buffers, our corporation, our communication, our contracts, and our base. Okay. So trading view, gotta find it. All right. So if that's what we're working with there, I don't know what this is. Oh, just like presets kind of. Oh man. All right. Transmissions, under transmissions is a base setup transmission. Oh, hold on. Let's close that. Transmission 0. The Apex interface, base setup. We're kind of midway through this. Okay. That's fine. I want to start production of something right now though, just so we can get our production facility working as we work through the rest of it. So let's go back one last time, start the production. I'm fine with an exoskeleton, just starting that, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do this, which is here. I think just resizing that just screwed that up. New order. Production template, yes, this thing. It's fine, I want one of those. Queue order. What else could we build? Kind of want to see like what we have. Maybe the filter is what we could actually work with. Let's find out. We needed aluminum, not here. Power tools here, iodine, magnesium, no aluminum. One unit missing right there. Okay, it shows me right there on the input materials what we're missing. All right. I feel like we built the wrong building, chat. That can't be right though, right? How do I cancel the queue? Okay. Smelter probably makes aluminum. Yeah, but we can't, I don't think we can afford more buildings right now. I mean, we can look to see if there's other buildings we can build. The moment we have our core module, we can demolish this too. In a basic materials plant. All right. And what can we do with our basic? So it was construct, pioneers. I mean, it says we have all this stuff, right? So we literally just need one basic. Oh, we couldn't find the basic deck element though, could we? We're missing one basic deck element for the prefab plant, which we needed as well. There's the smelter, also requires basic deck elements. And the welding plant creates a diverse set of metal products used in construction and device manufacturing. It was plastics though, right? Wasn't that a plastic? The basic deck element? To produce this, it's granulate and prefab plant, or polyethylene, which we have in a prefab. Yeah, so it's just literally we have to get the prefab plant to make these. So I wonder if I accidentally built something I wasn't supposed to for that. Where's the prefab plant? So that's here. We need these. We're missing one. If we just tear down a building, which is probably a terrible idea, but let's just say we did. Where is our existing buildings? They're under buildings. If we demolish them, we can get just the mineral construction stuff. No, we don't even have it here, right? Basic deck we do. Basic material plant. No, we have one. We have a basic materials plant. I'm just in the wrong friggin' production, possibly. You get rid of the habitat, but we get some pants then. All right. So where's our friggin' production there? So base, construct, production. So if we do this, I don't want to make it. I want to, the production filter, I want to do things that use this. I don't want to make it though. I want to make the other one. Maybe I work by what it produces. Medical structure, sealant, repair kit, power tools, ethylene, basic overalls, office supplies, magnesium, mineral construction granulates. Limestone and silicon ore. Oh, maybe we're gonna send out a mission to go buy some then. All right, so to do that was through the map, universe map. Okay, I'm gonna construct something else. So screw it. All right, let's start with the, so you have that. Oh, it's not, because that's the problem. So we have the basic materials plant, and we need to build the prefab plant. We should have built the prefab plant first, honestly. That's probably what I should have done to begin with. I wonder if we can deconstruct that and do it again. Well, Commander has set us down on a planet. He's built the wrong building. We're sitting here looking at him like, are we going to starve? And he's like, no, there's a simple solution. You know the building you just built? Tear it down. Yeah. All right. And then it's fine. We'll now build a different building. Maybe. We can't do production anymore. Oh no. All right. Production is now locked out. Demolish, demolish. Give me some bright warnings, but we click through it. Maybe it's construct. No, there it is. Okay. Pioneers. Down to the prefab. Fine. All right. Action successful. All right. Now, go to the production queue for the prefab plant. And look, we can build the things we want to build. Isn't that nice? All right. So the things all right, so now we need to figure out what we've cost ourselves in resources. So next thing we want to do is we do want that other building. We just want it a little bit later. So we now have the prefab plant, which was probably fairly important from the get-go. And if we want to construct something different, particularly from the Pioneer for construction, probably want this. We need BDEs, basic deck elements. Back to this step. Okay. So basic deck elements from production. New order. All right, let's take a look through our drop down. Basic deck element right there. Easy. All right, do we need 150? Oh, this is one. One from 150. How many polyethylenes do we have? We're missing 150 polyethylenes. Okay. Where do we get polyethylene from? It's produced at a basic materials plant. Uh-oh, chat. You remember the building we just tore down? That was a basic materials plant. The buffers are essentially just command interfaces, right? So I don't know, this one maybe? What was it? PLI? Okay. That's the planet search, apparently. And we're looking for, in the planet search, we're looking for Proxion, where we're at. Okay. And is there a commodity exchange? No. So none here. And there's our bases, infrastructure. There is a Chamber of Global Commerce, population, planetary administration center. What were we looking for? We're looking for an exchange though. Okay. And that was the one we just identified, but where was it? I need like a number of jumps from here. I wonder if I drag that out wider, if it has it, it doesn't. These aren't here though. So I presumably need to look these up. System exchange should be highlighted in the map along with your fleet is. So commodity hubs are huge trade hubs. Yep. All right, but maybe we can buy remotely and send our ships. And what was the cost of this commodity ticker? Consumables luxury. No, we want building parts. Agricultural chemicals, construction materials, construction prefabs. And these were basic deck elements. There's 147 available. Where is this on the chart, please? Oh, that's the price chart. Own orders, exchanges, exchange info, price chart, order book, place order, all-time high, bid amount. And I guess one of the things we could do, we could look at the price chart. The price chart is just going to tell me what the price chart is there. We could compare it to the other stations and just see what we're looking for. So the first place there, the Antares station. And then where is the... These are construction materials, right? Oh, construction prefabs, actually. Where are these? Basic structural elements and basic deck elements. More expensive elsewhere. Hello, Nobu. All right, let's say we wanted to take it from this one. I was really hoping to see where this was in location to us. Price average, bid and ask, price band, storage location. Okay. Exchanges use a different currency at different exchanges. Okay. All right. So presumably we could go here and get those. All right, let's go find our ships. That was the Benton Station Commodity Exchange. We're gonna leave that up. Is MIC its location or it's, I don't know. I don't care. It's whatever. We'll find that as a reference point. Where are our ships? So our fleet was here. They're in orbit. We can set a destination, presumably somewhere. So let's take a look. You, ship 1. You are going to go somewhere, maybe. Or maybe not. How do I send you? I have to buy it first, and then possibly I get like a mission to go there. All right, let's buy one. Let's buy one. Fly command at the top right. Oh, right there. Thanks. All right. So let's fly. Yep. If you want to travel to a commodity exchange to trade, try entering station into the destination field. Only we'd known that a few minutes ago. Okay. Destination. Station. Oh, wait. Benton. All right. If I click there, how far away is it? It's going to consume distance 7 parsecs. All right. What about the other ones? So we had Antares. Let's find how close that was. This was 68 parsecs. Hortus. $88 parsecs. And Moria. I don't want to go to Moria. Moria is 41 parsecs. So it's definitely Benton, because that's the closest. Okay. All right, so we're going to start. We're going to head to there. It's going to take us some time to get there. 8 hours, it looks like. I don't know if that's game time or not. Okay, you sure you want to start this flight? Flights can be adored, but the current flight segment will always be finished. The flight from is 8 hours and yeah, let's go. It's fine. Okay. All right, so now I'm kind of curious. Does that mean it's in transit, or is just that how much time passes in game as that flies? So where is my fleet? My fleet is here. Oh, it's ETA. It's headed there. Okay. So meanwhile, it's awkward on the planet. We're just sitting on this big like pile of rubble, and I'm kind of just looking like this, kind of looking off into the distance, looking leader-like. And the team's kind of like, well, where are the bulkheads, dude? Like, we just came to this planet. You're telling me you didn't bring any basic bulkheads? Like, what were you thinking? What are you going to build with? All right. What can we, you know what I'm going to do in the meantime? I'm going to appease them. I'm going to appease them by building them something entirely useless that we can build on the base. What can we build them, chat? Let's take a quick look in the production queue. What can we build them? Not this. How do I search by what I have? Basic deck elements. Polyethylene. We could queue it up. Real time. If you want to speed it up, you can increase fuel usage, I see. Possibly the other building. We have another building too. Yeah. I wonder what they'll do if I demolish their habitation and tell them that now we're all in the same boat. It's probably not a good thing. All right, chat. We've managed to do it. Ugh. This is my first look at this game, outside of a little bit I spent yesterday. I wanted to create the stuff with you. It looks like it's pretty in-depth. Trade hubs, building bases, building production stuff, a million different things to create for this. I don't think our first start was particularly great. I think if I were to play more of this, I would probably restart and attempt to get our first stuff out of the way. But it does look like you're going to be building components to build structures, to build product, to sell your product, to get bigger, to expand, etc. Seemed like it was a pretty big game. Haven't heard much either way on this. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a browser game, so it's designed to be played through your browsers, which is kind of nice for various times and various places. It looks a lot like spreadsheets, probably very good at work. Not that I'm necessarily promoting that, but there we are. But I think I'm going to be done here. Thank you for sitting through the sponsored content with me and checking on playing it along, checking it out.